Hey, it's Mary from Kanzo Academy coming to you again today. Now, I want to ask you a question, and if you can answer with a categorical no to this question, and hand on heart, you can say you're absolutely telling the truth, then you're one of a kind. You really are. Are you ready? Okay. So you take a photo with a group of friends, maybe you're three, half a dozen friends. When you look at that photograph, do you look for yourself first? Or do you look at others first? Be honest. Now, if you can say absolutely no, I don't look for myself first, then like I said, you're one of a kind. But for most of us, we absolutely look for ourselves first. I do too. Most of us do that. And like I said, if you can honestly say, I don't do that, I just look at the whole photo, I look at the backdrop, I look at everybody else, then you're one of a kind. But most of us look for ourselves first. And guess what? If you're looking good in the photo, you go, oh, that's a good photo. Let's use that one. But if you think you're not looking good, irrespective of how everybody else in the photo is looking, irrespective of the fact that the lighting is perfect, the backdrop is perfect, you're going to go, not a very good photo. Let's take another one. Because generally human beings are selfish. We're selfish. We look out for ourselves. We're all tuned into WIIFM. What's in it for me? But the problem with selfish, it's small. When you're always just insulated, just thinking about yourself and what you can get and what you want to achieve, you end up being small. Big-minded people are big picture thinkers. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Big picture thinking. Don't just look for yourself in the photo. Look at the big picture. You see, some people end up winning the battle and losing the war because they lose sight of the big picture. They lose sight of what they were fighting for in the first place. In life, if you're going to win, you have to develop big picture thinking. Big picture thinking will help you see further and it will help you see first. Just think about it. You might be looking at a town stood on a plane, and the view you get is completely different to if you were in a chopper or a plane. You get an aerial view, don't you? You can then put things in perspective. Big picture thinking will help you put things in perspective. It'll help you see the role that others have to play in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. It will help you see where others fit in the big picture, because life is bigger than you. It's not just about you. Other people have a role to play, and when we are small-minded and we're only thinking about ourselves, we miss out on the resources around us. We miss out on the resources around us because we just don't identify it, because we're not looking at the big picture. So in your business, develop big picture thinking. In your relationships, in life generally, just develop big picture thinking. It will really help you achieve so much more than you thought you could, because it will help you see how everything fits in, and you're not just looking at one little piece and getting so bogged down with that one little piece. I've heard people say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, big picture thinking will help you cross the bridge before you get to it. You would have crossed it time and time again in your mind, because you would have seen ahead of time that you were going to come to that bridge. That's what big picture thinking does. But the truth is, because life happens, and life happens so fast, gosh, life happens so fast now, that even though we know that big picture thinking is how we ought to be thinking, because life is happening so fast, it's so easy to get drawn in to what we want to achieve and just get focused on just that little me, my space, that you miss out on the big picture. And that's one of the benefits of being part of a mastermind group, because you'll have other people who I call thinking partners to think into things with you and help you to truly see the big picture. They'll ask you questions that will help you challenge the way you're thinking and just open up your mind a little bit. It really is awesome to be part of a mastermind group with other growth-minded individuals who are forward thinkers, who will help you think into the future, and you can live life on the front end rather than on the back end. So I want to invite you to join my next mastermind group starting in March, and we're looking at how successful people think. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be life transforming. Now, with this package I'm offering you, in addition to the mastermind group, you get a 13-video online course taught by the author of the book, How Successful People Think, John Maxwell himself. So you get the online course that you can dig into in your own time. It's on demand. And then we come to the mastermind group where we brainstorm and we talk about how we can apply the principles we're learning, and we can really dig deeper into the principles so we can apply them in our life. Because I always say the biggest gap in most people's lives is the gap between what they know and what they do. So we don't just want to get the information, we don't just want to go into information overload. We want to think through how we can truly apply the principles in our lives so we can be big picture thinkers. And the big picture thinking is just one of the types of thinking we're going to be looking at in this mastermind group on how successful people think. We're going to be looking at creative thinking, we're going to be looking at strategic thinking, we're going to be looking at reflective thinking, all different types of thinking that will really help us to be successful in life. Because the truth is, the difference between successful and unsuccessful people is in the way they think. So I hope you'll join me in this mastermind group. It's a 7-week course, and the link is somewhere around this video that you can click on to register, and I'll see you in the mastermind group. Now, there are 3 groups to choose from. There's a Monday afternoon lunchtime, there's a Monday evening after work, and there's a Saturday morning as well. So I'm sure you'll find a group that suits your schedule. So click on the link, register, and I'll see you in the mastermind group. Bye bye for now.